All right, guys, I'm going to make this as quick as possible. Basically, I've taken the last 3 or so hours of information that they put out from the live stream in the state of the game, and I try to cut it into a actual watchable format for a normal person, with basically just keeping it around 10 minutes. So if you want to know what's going on, stay through all of it. A lot of really good information, and I've basically cut out most of the BS. Everything that they said that's valuable is pretty much in this, and thank you guys for watching.
Aaron Keener, call sign Vanguard. Keener has recruited 4 rogue agents who not only share his extremist vision, they have the skills to execute it. Vivian Conley, former counterterrorism intelligence agent and chemical engineer, is Javier Kajika, a master of stealth and infiltration. James Dragov, former police officer, a heavy weapons and defense specialist. Theo Parnell, a drone engineer and skilled hacker. He's managed to stay off the grid, so all we can say for sure is he's a true master of decoys and deception.
Warlords of New York is set in Lower Manhattan, a brand new area in the world of the Division franchise. You can push your agent further than ever before thanks to an increased level cap from level 30 to level 40. But hitting level 40 is not the end. Warlords of New York is introducing a new infinite progression system, allowing you to continue to improve your agent's stats and refine your playstyle even after reaching level 40. Additional gameplay features such as legendary difficulty, directives, invasion difficulty level, and more are included in Warlords of New York. These additions expand the range of activities, challenges, and rewards available. Warlords of New York is expanding the amount of equipment available for agents. Our new arsenal spreads across new gear brands, new gear sets, new weapons, and new exotic items. The rogue agents you're hunting all have a unique specialized skill. When you eliminate one of them, you will add their unique skill to your arsenal. Shock traps. These are the best tools for crowd control, since they'll incapacitate enemies and make them easier to target. Echo-based hologram decoys. Use these to attract enemy fire so you can find new cover or draw the enemy to a specific position. Explosive sticky bombs. Our new take on the fan favorite from the Division 1. They're long-range projectiles that need to be activated by the agent with a quick tap of the trigger. They can latch onto environmental elements and enemies alike. And fire-spreading sticky bombs, burning with an intense flame once set, continuously dealing damage to anyone in its range of effect. Directly see and understand how your gear impacts the power of your skills. The Dark Zones from Washington, D.C. are being revamped. We are returning to a simpler rogue mechanic and rewarding players who help each other in the Dark Zones.
And if you change the difficulty, it then levels up all of the entire world to a certain difficulty level. So you can say, hey, I want to play on hard, challenge, heroic even. And then when you do that, everything scales to that level. So you can play control points, you can play activities like propaganda and all the other cool things, supply drops, and all of that is at heroic difficulty, which of course means you're going to be getting greater rewards, there's greater challenge. And on top of that, directives can be applied. So you can apply directives globally as well. So you can play heroic with all of the directives on, and you can create this super hardcore experience, and you can just run around the open world, clear everything, reset it, do it again, and get all sorts of rewards for doing that.
That's really cool.
And I think that's the cool thing, because someone was asking if directives were only some missions or all missions, but it's actually, no, it's more than that, because
It's everything.
you can apply them to the entire world.
Exactly. Yeah, so what we're seeing here is actually investing the kind of points that you earn with level up into different stats. So these are permanent stats, by the way. So as you earn XP and as you level up your shade level, you actually get points to invest in stats, right? And those stats come in different flavors, right? We have offensive, defensive, utility, and handling. And you can kind of choose within that which ones you want to permanently increase. This is a permanent increase to your character, so you're never going to lose this no matter what gear you have on and everything, right? These are always there at its foundation.
All right. So there's the 4 core attribute stats, which finite, but there's a lot to do. I just want to tell people the list so they know what's happening. So the core attribute categories, in offense, you have weapon damage, headshot damage, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage.
Yeah.
In the defense category, you have armor, health, explosive resistance, and hazard protection. In the utility, you have skill damage, skill haste, skill duration, and skill repair. And under miscellaneous, you have accuracy, stability, reload speed, and ammo capacity. Scavenging, though. So how does that work? So I guess we can forget Division 1 scavenging. Like, that's not, it's not that.
That's right.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Great. What does this scavenging in this context mean?
Scavenging is this category that you can essentially do, as many times. It doesn't ever like cap out, right? And it's basically hey, you get access to resources of some sort.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, you know what? I'm a little short in credits, so I want to get credits.
Okay.
Or I want this kind of, polycarbonate or electronics or whatever.
In post-launch, seasons will introduce new targets to hunt down, each with their own stories and unique rewards. Each season will be filled with global events, leagues with leaderboards, and weapons and gear to unlock. Seasons will reward you with apparel, equipment drops, and resources. Players wanting even more can opt for a premium paid track for additional rewards. More to come as we get closer to Season 1.
So this is the first 3 weeks. So this is us having cheated our way forward to March 10th. New target comes out. We have an XP multiplier that runs for a week during that period where you can gain a set number of levels. So leagues are a way to compete both with other players on a leaderboard, but also with set milestones that they've developed. They say, hey, try to beat this particular mission on challenging in as fast as you can, and like pops a timer on screen and essentially like says, oh, you're almost got the first place time. Oh, you missed it. Now try the second place time. In addition, there are also some grindable stuff like light outcasts on fire.
That's cool.
And leagues last for 2 weeks. They give you essentially like 2 whole chances to gain a bunch of stages, to earn rewards towards getting some unique vanity pieces like new backpack trophies and patches, as well as a bunch of seasonal loot. And meanwhile, during the second week of those leagues, a global event will start. So you saw polarity switch there, and it's a juggling act of trying to have the right weapons and combinations of skills to be able to handle the fact that you can not be able to hurt opposite polarity people, but greatly regret hurting opposite polarity people.
Interesting.
And it's just such a weird juggling match to do. It's entirely opt-in. It's full of special challenges that if you complete those challenges, you can get rewards that include patches and gear and backpack trophies. It's a really strange way of playing the game, and it applies to everything inside of the open world. So all of the missions doesn't happen in Dark Zones, doesn't happen in the raid, but everywhere else. And what's wild is like all of that is going on in the framework of this new target who is being developed over the course of the season with new storyline. And when you get to them, I'll be ambiguous, they also, much like the bosses of Warlords of New York, have a unique skill. She has there you go. The EMP sticky bomb, a variant of the sticky bomb. And so when you complete this new campaign that is just there during the season, you have this window to get this skill.
We can say that with every new season, we're going to add new gear. And with the expansion, we're adding a bunch of new gear. So we're adding 4 new brands. We're adding 10 new exotics, 2 new weapons, 19 new named weapons, and 2 gear sets.
That's a lot.
And
That's a lot of
Named
stuff.
items, I think. They are, I think it's gear and weapons, actually.
Yeah.
Named.
And so it's wild. You can see an example of just the first 5 season levels here. There's a premium track that you can buy a pass to gain access to. And you've got that top track. That top track contains 1 of every gear piece, every gear set piece. So you can see some of the new set there whose name is redacted. But those are also new named weapons along the top. So every named weapon, just 1 copy of each of the gear set pieces, all along that top track, which means that you can just page through this reward track and see, oh, here's all of the new kinds of gear that are available inside of the season from just that one look. It's wild.
Of course, this loot will all this gear will be in loot drops and rewards and so on.
Warlords of New York will be available on March 3rd, 2020. Owners of the Division 2 can directly purchase the Warlords of New York expansion. For new players, bundles including the Division 2, the Warlords of New York expansion, and more are also available.